It's early in the morning. The alarm clock is going off. Last night you set the alarm and you said you were going to get up without hitting snooze. But this morning, as the alarm clock is going off, you can't help but think of how tired you are and how bad you want to hit that snooze button just for 5 more minutes. And this is the moment where most men lose the day. Not because they're weak, not because they don't want more out of life, but because they make one small decision based on their feelings in that moment that trains them to stay weak. The alarm goes off, you negotiate, and you snooze. And in that moment, you're handing control of your life to comfort. You're choosing comfort over discipline. You're choosing the easy way over the life that you actually want to live. I wake up at 3:33 a.m. every day. Yes, Monday through Sunday, weekends as well. Not because I'm special, not because I'm different, not because I have something that you don't have, but because I understand what this one habit does to me. It's not about waking up early. It doesn't matter what time it is. It can be 3:33 a.m., it could be 5 a.m., it can even be 9 a.m. It's about being in control when it gets hard, knowing that you're not losing to your feelings, knowing that you're not losing to comfort. And if you're a man who keeps falling behind in life, this is probably the conversation that you've been avoiding. See, every time you negotiate, every time you hit the snooze button after you said you weren't going to do it, you break a little bit of that self-trust and self-love. And the very first action of the day is an L. You're taking an L as the very first thing of your morning. How do you expect to trust yourself? How do you expect to respect yourself? And how do you expect to love yourself when you keep breaking your promises to yourself? See, this morning wake up time is your moment to finally keep your promises to yourself. It's for you to set the standards for the entire day. See, waking up at 3:33 a.m. is no harder than waking up at 9 a.m. if you have the right system. And it's about the things that you don't do more than it is the things that you do. See, I don't stay up late. I don't go out and party. I don't participate in degenerate behavior. I don't hang out with people that keep fucking holding me down. I don't waste my time on the things that aren't progressing me towards my goals. If I want to wake up at 3:33, I reverse engineer it to understand exactly what time I need to go to sleep, and I treat that time as sacred. I need to go to sleep at 9 in order to get enough sleep for me to wake up at 3:33 a.m. And you can wake up whenever you want. But the key here is to tell yourself you're going to wake up at a certain time, preferably a time that's slightly uncomfortable for you, and actually fucking do it. This allows you to build that discipline muscle, but more importantly, it allows you to finally keep that promise to yourself. And then you start to build that self-trust and that self-respect and that self-love. It all starts with one small habit. It all starts with getting that first W of the morning. Once you start stacking W's in the morning, you'll quickly realize how fucking powerful you feel by stacking 3, 4, 5 W's before most people are even awake. See, what most men do, they hear that fucking alarm, they hit snooze, 5 more minutes, and then the alarm goes off again, and then they take their phone and they start scrolling. No wonder you feel like shit, bro. You're getting those quick dopamine hits first thing in the morning. You're stacking L's first thing in the morning. How do you expect to feel good? How do you expect to have that discipline? How do you expect to have that consistency? And more importantly, how do you expect to be purpose driven if all you're doing is stacking L's and chasing those quick dopamine hits? We all have fucking excuses. And the crazy thing about excuses is most of them are valid. But let me ask you this, bro. Are you gonna let those excuses hold you back? Are you going to prove all those people right that are saying, yeah, this happened to him, so of course he's not where he wants to be. Of course he's not successful. Or are you going to fucking rise and prove all those people wrong and say, hey, even though he had all these fucking excuses, he still fucking made it. He didn't let those excuses hold him back. This isn't about a fucking wake up time. This isn't about waking up early. I'm not here to brag about waking up at 3:33 a.m. I'm here to tell you that the very first decision that you make of the day is going to set the standard for the entire day. If you stack an L first thing in the morning, you're going to continue stacking L's. If you stack a W first thing in the morning, you're going to stack another and another and another. And before you know it, you're on a path of greatness. You continue pursuing excellence. You continue becoming the best version of yourself. And then you build discipline and consistency and self-trust and self-love and self-respect, and other people start to see it. And then you start becoming a person of influence. You start leading by example. You start becoming the best version of yourself. And people start asking you, hey, how did you do it? And then you tell them, well, I didn't hit the snooze button. I stacked W's instead of L's. And that's what I've been doing. I've been stacking W's first thing in the morning, and I feel fucking great. Waking up at 3:33 is no harder than waking up at 9. And it's because I have a system in place that I follow. I set high standards for myself and I fucking follow them. And how do I follow them? How do I actually set these standards and follow them religiously? Well, it's through accountability. I hold myself accountable, but I also have people that hold me accountable to the high standards that I set for myself. And that's what this video is about. It's about me holding myself accountable through you. It's you holding me accountable to the high standards that I set for myself. I could have easily continued hiding. I could have easily continued, quote unquote, holding myself accountable, but that shit doesn't work. You must find a community to be part of that's going to hold you accountable to the high standards that you set for yourself. Someone that's going to call you out on your bullshit, and not even call you out, but call you up to your greatness. Someone who's not going to let you slide with the excuses. Someone who can look through your fucking excuses, look through your bullshit, and call you out on it. Hey bro, you said you were going to do this. Did you do it? No. Okay, well, tomorrow you better fucking do it. It really is simple. You fucking complicated so much, bro. Like, you already know what you need to do, but for some reason, something in your mind keeps coming up with these excuses saying, oh, I got to do this. I got to learn this. I got to do this. Bro, it's simple and you know it. It's not easy, but it's simple and you can fucking do it. So what are you going to do? Are you going to continue stacking L's by making decisions based on your feelings in the morning? Or are you going to stack W's? Are you going to build that system? Are you going to find somebody to hold you accountable and continue stacking wins? It's up to you, bro. Now, the second part of this video is about you holding me accountable through my weekly review and my weekly planning. So let's hop into my computer where we're going to review the previous week as well as plan for the following week. So here we are in my Notion dashboard. This is where I keep track of everything. Of course, first thing we're going to do is go through today's tasks. So the financials I've already done. I actually use an app called Rocket Money where I track my financials. Notes to Notion, I've actually already done this, which was mostly some of the content stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and mark that done. And now what's left is projects and tasks and the scheduling and time blocking. So let's go into projects and tasks. And let's go down to the ones that I had planned for this previous week. All right, let's go on my calendar and see what I had planned. So record program content, 14-day discipline challenge, IG. Actually, the 14-day discipline challenge, I actually ended up changing that. I think I had something else on the last week I did this video. But let's go on the content. So I did record content on these 2 days, but I did not finish it. So I have to leave that as doing, but I do need to change the due date to, so I'm going out of state on the 3rd, so I need to finish this by the 1st. So I'm going to mark that, and that's actually something that's going to get carried over to this week. And then I also had a 14-day discipline, and then the content systems, I actually did not do that. I actually have been slacking on the deep focus work, so it is what it is, right? Shit happens. Nobody's perfect. I do need to dial in more on the focus time and the focused work. So that's something that I'm also holding myself accountable for on this video. So let's go on the content systems. Where is that? Okay, so IG story, and then, yeah, so I still need to do that. I'm actually gonna set, I think this is something that I missed last time. I didn't actually set the due dates, which which believe it or not, means a lot when you're doing something like this. When you have a due date, it's a lot easier for you to actually get the fucking work done. I'm actually going to focus on this for tomorrow on Monday. So I'm going to go there, January 19th, okay. So IG content systems. So I'm simultaneously going to do the projects and tasks and then the scheduling and time blocking. So let's go over to next week. What was it? IG story, okay. IG, let me see what I named it last time. IG content systems, okay. So IG content systems, save this event, okay. And then Tuesday, we're gonna focus on recording content, record course content. And then for the rest of the time, I actually want to focus on the 14-day discipline challenge. So what I'm doing is I want to offer a 14-day discipline challenge free for everybody to do. Stay tuned for more information on that. If you want access to this when it's ready, feel free to leave a comment down below and just say challenge and I'll send you the details. So I already have all of the tasks that need to be done for that specific challenge. So now I need to figure out what needs to come first and go from there. So if I go up here to the 14-day discipline challenge right here, we're actually going to look at what needs to come first. Retargeting campaign, email campaign. Okay, so video curriculum is going to be the very first thing, and then that's going to be on the 21st. So it's going to go on to do, take it to high, and then this will probably take me 2 days, so I'm gonna make that my my task for the 23rd as well. So it's just wrong one. It's just going to be due on the 23rd, and then I'm just gonna change this to 14-day challenge. Save that, and then also on here, save that. Cool, so I got that stuff planned out. So for Saturday and Sunday, I actually didn't fill out any of this. I didn't plan anything for that day, but I did stay productive for some of the time. Not all the time, of course, but I did stay productive. I did get a lot done. I redid my YouTube thumbnails. I came up with some ideas on like certain things that I want to do, but typically don't plan out Saturdays and Sundays, so I'm going to leave that empty again on this upcoming weekend. So that's pretty much it for the projects and tasks and the scheduling and time blocking. So we're going to go ahead and mark that as done. And now finally, the last thing is going through the habits. As you can see here, I pretty much fucking just destroyed this entire week besides reading on Thursday. I didn't get to read on Thursday. I don't actually recall what happened and why I didn't get to read. I probably was late and didn't get time to read before sleeping. And then as you can see today, reading and stretching, I haven't gotten to that yet because I do that right before bed. So I stretch and then I lay in bed and read and then I fall asleep. The only thing that I wasn't extremely proud of for this previous week was not being fully locked in on the tasks. I didn't actually accomplish as much as I wanted to accomplish. So what I want to do is hold myself accountable for those tasks as well. And I'm going to do that through my community as well as on social media. So this is my commitment to making sure that I lock the fuck in on the weekdays on doing those tasks and getting in that flow state of doing the tasks. So that's pretty much it. That was the planning and reviewing of the weeks. Now keep in mind, your entire goal is to stack W's. If you take anything away from this video, is to not hit the snooze button. If you promise yourself that you're going to wake up at a certain time at night, make sure you fucking do it in the morning. Keep promises to yourself. Start small. Start with the not hitting the snooze button. And if you want more help, if you want to join the 14-day discipline challenge, go ahead and leave a comment down below with the word challenge and I'll send you all the details. I promise this will help you build discipline in 14 days. And it's all about starting small. It's not going to be hard. It's actually going to be extremely easy, but it'll help you become more disciplined. So if you want access to that, comment the word challenge down below and I'll send you the details. So that's all I got for you today, man. I hope it was helpful. If you know anybody that would benefit from this video, make sure you share it with them. Make sure you hit the like button. I post shorts every single day, my daily accountability, and then I also post these weekly reviews every single Sunday. And so make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss any new videos. I'll see you in the next one.